This tutorial is going to cover applying and adjusting a motion path to a text box on Microsoft PowerPoint 2011 for Macs. Here at LibraryX, we have monthly presentations created in PowerPoint to present announcements and review library policies at our library staff meeting. Our oldest librarian is usually in charge of preparing the presentation. The younger staff members have been complaining that the presentations are a bit dry. This tutorial is created for our oldest librarian to get him excited about livening up the presentations by including animation. I will explain how to animate a text box by applying a motion path, and then how to adjust that motion path. We're going to work with the opening slide of the presentation. It contains the library's name, LibraryX, centered in the slide and surrounded by different colored letters A through F. By the end of this tutorial, we will have learned how to animate these letters of the alphabet so they float slowly around the library's name as long as this slide is up. This way, we have some interesting visuals during the presenter's opening remarks. Let's start with the A. Click on the letter. Then move up to the ribbon and click on the Animations tab. The fifth section from the left is labeled Motion and has a single button, Paths. When we click on it, a drop-down menu appears with different motion path options. The green circles show the motion's beginning and the red dots show the motion's end. We want the letters to follow a path continually, so we'll choose from the paths that have the same starting and ending points. In other words, we'll choose the paths with only one green dot. Let's choose Loop for the A. We now see the path that the A will follow. Notice the cursor change between a hand and an arrowed box as we move around it. The hand moves the letter and its motion path around, and the arrowed box allows us to change the shape and size of the path. I will make the A's motion path much larger so the A travels around the entire screen. We can preview the motion by clicking the Play button in the first section of the Animations tab. The path is good, but let's make some changes to the motion itself. Under Animation Options in the ribbon along the top, click on the Reorder button so that a box appears with advanced options. Under the first section at the bottom, Effect Options, let's uncheck Smooth Start and Smooth End. Then in the Timing section, let's change the Start selection to With Previous and the Speed to Very Slow. Then let's look at the Repeat options, scroll down, and choose Until End of Slide. Now let's preview again. That looks good. The motion begins immediately, since we selected With Previous, and will continue as long as the presenter is on this slide, since we chose Until End of Slide. The rest of the letters can be animated the same way, but to create a busy random appearance, let's choose a different path for each letter. Keeping in mind that the start and end points should be the same so that we don't see a letter suddenly jump from one spot to another as the motion path repeats itself, I will choose Special Curve for B, Inverted Shape for C, Special Shape for D, Shape for E, and Star for F. I will stretch each motion path as big as I can as I go along. It might get a bit confusing to wait until the end since all motion paths are shown until we switch to slideshow mode, and it could look a bit messy. It is easiest and quickest to make the effect changes to each letter as we did for the A, using the box that appears when pushing Reorder. We can quickly adjust each letter so they all begin moving immediately and continue throughout the duration of time we sit on this slide. Now we can preview our animation. That's great! And that is how we add animation to text boxes. Feel free to experiment with the other motion paths and all the available effects. Have fun!